What's going on, my friends? I just wanted to make this pre-recording here to kind of explain to you the new stuff I'm going to be talking about. It is a couple days until Ramadan 2018 is starting, and uh, 3 years ago, 2015, I had my life-changing Ramadan where I actually, for the first time in my life, had a Ramadan that was different than all the other ones. Because let's be honest, every single Ramadan is the same for us, for most of us. You know, we get in there with the spirit of like of change, and we wanna get more spiritual. But about the 10th day into it, we fall into our old habits. We start kind of attaching to what we know. You know, we attach to what we know. We all do this. And that thing that we know is only governed by our senses, our what we see, what we feel, what we taste, what we touch, and all that stuff. You know, what we smell. It is governed by that, and that's how we witness physical reality. But if your reality is eating all things that keep you at a lower state, it's going to affect your mind also. It's going to affect your mood. See, we get in this trap of, oh, I'm gaining weight, or, oh, you know what, I'm tired, I'm sleepy, and you focus on your prayers, and you do it all, right? You do the Tarawih, all 20 of them, you do the Tahajjud in the morning, but then after Ramadan happens, it's like you're back to your old self, because not much has changed because of, number one factor, to raising yourself up, to go closer to the Creator. You have to change your diet. See, our desire and our holding on, our clinging to low vibration foods that don't serve us, that don't serve this body of ours, is affecting us in all the way up. Imagine the pyramid. You know, the base of the pyramid is this body, right? You can't witness the creation. You can't get closer to God. You can't, if you internally are very far away from what is closer to God. Okay, I'll be talking about this kind of stuff. It's very much very thought-provoking stuff. A lot of you won't agree with me, but what part of you isn't agreeing with me? You know, just think about it in your own life. You know, your Ramadans. How come every, it's like we get to Ramadan, we want a certain thing to happen, and it does happen, but we don't sustain it. And then it's be like, oh brother, Ramadan is to make our iman go up, and then after Ramadan it's to sustain us until the next Ramadan. But see, that doesn't happen. That does not happen, because we fall into our same patterns, our same habitual patterns of thinking a certain way. We tend to only agree with people that take our point of view, because it makes us feel better about our life. And when somebody else comes around telling you a different point of view, a lot of people, you won't agree with it. Or you start to preach your point of view to everybody, so they agree with you, so you can feel better in your situation. And things have to change. It's a different world now. You don't have to have a physical brick and mortar kind of lifestyle anymore. You're not bound to one area. Says who? That was the white picket fence and the house and all that stuff, the mortgage and the cars. That was a different time. We are living in the time of quantum now. Anything is possible. The same 5-year goals that we used to talk about in high school in the mid 90s. Have a 5-year goal plan. 3 years. It's not, now that same 5-year plan, you can do it. Literally, you can change your life in 3 months. In 3 months, you can drastically, like 180 degree change your life. In 1 month, in Ramadan, you can do it. It's very, very difficult, because you have to shatter old boxes that you have created for yourself to keep you in the ego. To be, it's a child that is scared, a 10-year-old child, a 10-year-old version of you that is made a reality for him or herself, and it wants to stay in that box. And anything that is coming from outside of that box, it's gonna fortify itself inside that box. And the idea is to break down those walls and unite that child, the child version of you and me, whatever, to that higher self, which doesn't reside down here, doesn't reside in the physical. That higher self is not bound to the physical. That divine spark in us, the newer, the light, that does not reside in the physical. It's not physical. So anything that is physical, that is not it. But of course we live in the physical. We want to have a prosperous, abundant life. And you can't have it only in the physical and then have the spiritual part separate. You have to synergize it. And it's not that spiritual one meets it down there. No. You can't have the spiritualness meet it in the physical. No, the physical has to meet it in the spiritual. It has to do it with a understanding of the reality, understanding of the forces that are in play here. You understand gravity, but do you understand vibration? Do you understand polarity? Do you understand correspondence? These are occulted principles that have been hidden from the masses through the institutionalized religion. And guess what? Even our religion has been institutionalized. It has been institutionalized. It's been in our mindset. It has been separated. It has been secularized in our own lives. So it is a synergy of this life and the next life. You have to synergize it, and you have to synergize it at a higher awareness factor, at a higher level. You can't be, next to godliness if you are, trapped in a lower physical plane. You're trapped in emotion of like how that burger feels or how that sweet thing feels, and that's keeping you at a certain mindset. What you eat and how you think is all connected. It's all connected. That's what I want to say. And that's what I want to talk about. I'm going to talk about this a lot more. And if you can't handle it, don't listen to me. Because it'll be planting seeds inside you. Trust me. Even if you think it's crazy talk, 2, 3 months, 4 months from now, you'll be crying in bed, or you'll be looking at yourself in the mirror and you're like, what the hell? I hate my life. I hate myself. But you're making good money, you're doing this, but your health is bad. How are you going to have, how is that happiness? How is that wealth if you have material wealth, but you have no family life, or you can't even talk to your parents, or you can't even talk to your spouse? How's that wealth? Or you're happy, you're like rock bottom financially, you're always worried about, this bill or that bill, but you're praying all the time. How is that spiritual wealth? That's not spirituality, because you are in lack. You are begging. Of course we're beggar. We have to beg to the Creator. But what I'm saying is that you're in that mindset of lack, that you don't have anything. You're not in gratitude if you're in that kind of state of mind. You can't be grateful to God about your car. Look at my car. I can't be thinking, how crappy this car is and how old it is and it's so bad. And then what? Is it going to get better for me? No. But I'm grateful for this car. This is a legend. It's a forerunner. These things travel the world. I'm every time I see another one, I'm like, wow, I'm proud of it. It's gratitude. And that's a gratitude. Gratitude is a stepping stone for more blessings. And we have to understand there's a science to this. There's literally a science to this. And you can read the environment. You can read the hacks. You can hack the environment to kind of see what your internal state is and how to stay on that right path. And that's what I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk about this a lot more, and it is paradigm shifting, and many people will not agree with it, but that's not my problem, honestly. I just have this. I have to spread this word out because you're not going to hear this from anybody. You're not going to hear this from most people, because you have to have been through these things yourself. I've been through it myself. I was 170 pounds, in January 2015, and that Ramadan I lost 30 pounds, and from that point on, it's like, yes, I had to take my health. I had to stabilize my health, not normal, not average. Health isn't determined by being average. If the average is at 20% body fat, what, I'm happy because I'm average? No, the average health of the average person shouldn't determine your health. That's not a good indicator of your own mindset or health, basing on the average. You wanna strive for greatness, and spirituality, health is totally connected. It's so connected. It's like amazing. You change a couple of things in your Ramadan with whatever you're doing. You pray, do all that stuff. But I'm just saying, change a few things in Ramadan, and you will see, you'll have breakthrough probably for the first time in your life. Because I went through 30 Ramadans, since I first started fasting. It was the same thing over and over. As I got older, from my child, as I got older, it got more and more pessimistic each time. Remember when you were kids, you're like 13 years old, and you had so much fun going to people's houses, and you had so much fun running around and going to the masjid. But then as you got older, you started being more cynical, and you're praying for a better grade, or you're praying for money, or you're praying for this. I mean, seriously, it's so tied to what our whole concept of reality is. So I'll be talking about this because we need this information. There's a lot of us that are suffering, that are depressed, that are not happy, and it shows in their physical life, it shows in their mental life, it shows in their just the way they walk, their subconscious, just everything. It shows in everything. Okay, take care, you guys, and I will be on live tonight. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.